So Voxel51 makes a software package called FiftyOne that is a piece of infrastructure for machine learning engineers and computer vision scientists. Our view of the world is that to get better models, you need to start with better data. And it's independent of the processor you choose, or the optimizer you choose, or even the domain you're in. Bad data in means bad models out. So we want to help you enable better models. And importantly, everything I'll talk about here is based on an open source software package, FiftyOne, right? So it's freely available, widely used, and for individual users at least, there's no limitation on what you can do with the open source tool. So when I was a student, everything was looking at your data, right? But our data sets were much smaller. This was like, say, 20 years ago. I had 20 samples or 50 samples. Right? Like I could look at every single sample in my data set and understand, build an intuition about it. And when I had algorithms that were processing on that data, I could run through each data sample to see what happened. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we began to see data sets like ImageNet coming online with millions of samples. And we started to spend less time looking at individual data samples and more time looking at precision and recall aggregate statistics about those data samples. Right? So we spent more time looking at the aggregate scores rather than studying the data itself. And nowadays we spend an awful lot of time the ratio of time we spend sort of cleaning data versus developing models is kind of out of whack. Right? Like we are scientists building models, and we want to have the ability to spend most of our time doing what matters to us most, which is the science and the analysis, rather than cleaning data.